Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nikita Chondama, and I will be the moderator for this session. I welcome each one of y'all to the Accelerate workshop tracks on the most innovative practices in diversity programs. This session will be held from 1:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. Our first speaker for this session is Suanshu Malik, Senior Director, HR, MasterCard. It's a pleasure to have you at this discussion, Suanshu. I welcome you to come and present. And also we will have a Q&A session after 20 minutes. Request all the audience to put in your questions on the Q&A window. We will have them answered at the end of the session. The stage is now all yours, Swanshu.
Thank you, Nikita, for introducing me to my peers in the same industry. It's a delight to be here. And, I will try to see that, 20 minutes is worth every bit of your time who are there to listen across to me. And, I would request by the time Nikita starts the slide sharing, I just want to share that I'm sure the participants who are here today, we are actually the organizations of the same ecosystem. And today we are getting an opportunity to exchange some of the great ideas, which projects our set of efforts that we are investing under this crucial theme of diversity and inclusion. And this track is diversity programs that each of the organization has launched. So I highly appreciate Jobs for her to get us all together and give us a platform to share our practices. And as a proud HR partner at MasterCard, I'm happy to contribute to this great initiative by sharing how at MasterCard, we, form some approach and practices in these diversity programs. So by the time Nikita shares my screen, it's already there. I'm sure that in the full conference today, if we incorporate the AI element to just count the number of times we used one single word, it will be a no-brainer for even human mind to call it out that the word would be diversity. So since morning, I got an opportunity to hear a lot of presenters, and I was just wondering that if one word that can echo is diversity. So while at MasterCard, we also started with the same word of diversity, but as we evolved, like a technology upgradation, we realized that there is something more that needs to be done to bring the desired impact to this whole element of diversity. And as we further brainstormed, we had employee connects, we understood the impact that we are trying to make to the business overall. We realized that there is something that we are now going to focus and defocus as well. So my first slide, if you can move on, Nikita, it says let diversity take a backseat. I'm sure a lot of you would be wondering that why am I saying diversity take a backseat? Because don't get me wrong, I don't demean the forum that we have kept, and neither I'm saying that diversity is not required. All I'm saying is that let diversity take a backseat, because let focus on inclusion be the prime driver. And we all have actually been talking about that inclusion is now the most important thing, and that's the reason at MasterCard our focus on inclusion has become the topmost priority, and diversity still remains as a means to achieve it. So that's the reason we say let diversity take a backseat. Let it be the measure of success of how much we are able to incorporate focus on inclusion. How do we do that? We generally have an approach. Now, if you see the first picture that you can see, that is the mosaic. Now, what is mosaic? Mosaic is if you are an art lover, it's a very easy thing for you to know that these are different colored and different shaped small tiles, and when you put them together, you are able to form a beautiful picture out of it. At MasterCard, we have a similar kind of an approach where we are trying that, it's a masterpiece that we are trying to create from our workforce perspective, where we are looking to attract and have diverse employees who can think and, more importantly, voice out their ideas, thought process, and be the change agents at MasterCard. Second, the conscious inclusion part. We have recently come up earlier we used to talk about the inclusion by being aware of your biases. But now, in conscious inclusion, we are encouraging at Mastercard to share with our employees the hidden biases we all carry as humans and the negative impact it might cause if we are not conscious of it. So, we have adapted the model of include to apply this approach. What's include? I stands for impact. This is to build awareness of how your biases drive your behavior and how it can impact others regardless of your intent. And as we generally say that, we try to judge ourselves with our intent, but others with actions. So this is to just nullify that effect. N is to notice your reactions in the moment that matter and understand why you're thinking and feeling in that way. C is to communicate. Now, you communicate with words that are inclusive in nature and actions. Invite unconventional ideas and encourage others to do so as well. Leverage. Demonstrate appreciation of different perspectives and look for ways to leverage them to achieve business results. U is to uncover. Uncover is to build rapport and trust and understand others and encourage others to do the same. D is to disrupt. What are we asking to disrupt here? We are asking ineffective biases amongst others also to be disrupted. And last, E is for empathize, without which no culture can actually bloom. And hence we say that acknowledge the feeling and experiences of others. Through this conscious inclusion, which is actually a mandatory program at Mastercard now, we are trying to create an awareness, which is the first and foremost stepping stone to any diversity and inclusion efforts any organization can make. The third element that I want to talk, and it makes most sense when a business is interested in it, that's innovation. So whenever businesses are ideating or innovating, we keep Mastercard's philosophy of diversity and inclusion into it, which means any forum that we are creating, we tend to have diversity in it. And also we encourage the authentic self of people to come forward, brainstorm. And wherever we have board where you need to make some critical decisions, that also is the place where we look at new ideas coming, and hence diversity becomes a very, very important element out there. And when we talk about these elements, we also realize that Mr. Rajay Banga, who has been our CEO for quite some years and now is a part of board of directors, he says that if we do not get similar and different looking people in the organization, then we are bound to fail fast. And that's the reason we look at diversity not as a necessity, but is a means to survive with our employees. How do we do that? Can we move to the next slide? So how do we do that? We have actually come up across a framework. The framework is 4 quadrants, as you can see. The first one has a most important element of people. In people, we have, like many organizations, since in the morning in the panel discussions I've been hearing, that a lot of organizations are putting a lot of efforts in bringing programs that are diverse in nature and that are actually giving a lot of opportunity to female colleagues by helping them grow in the organization. Our framework is also not different, and it steps up to build the culture of inclusiveness at Mastercard. So for people, whenever we are forming and proposing any practices or policies or customer interactions that we are even intending to do. And last, which is most important, is whenever we are developing the products also, we are looking at inclusiveness at the heart of it. We also offer our female colleagues with a wealth of opportunities through our focused learning forums, our business resource groups, a women leadership network. In the short form, we call it as WLN, is also focused on providing forums to learn from peers, other seasoned leaders, how others are leading through it in the terms of challenges. And beyond gender, we also encourage a philosophy of learn, act, and reflect. Learn is to know the differences that are existing around you in the form of gender, sex, physical abilities, background, language, and then taking an action to fight injustice, not just with you, but if you see that around in the organization, beyond organization, in the society, and take action to fight injustice wherever you see. And the last thing is reflect. How do you take care of your mental health? So we have also seen that employees who look after themselves can contribute multiple times more than the ones who will neglect themselves. So we also ensure platforms to employees like Livewell platform, Thrive, and Pulse, where we have tied up with different vendors, and they can leverage those platforms to go for their own choice of wellness programs, starting from physical to mental programs that can keep someone well in this pandemic like situation as well. We also understood that if we really want to make an impact, we need a close partnership with leadership. And that is my second quadrant. In leadership, it is not important to just have a leader coming and sponsoring an event. It is about where a leader takes a lead in these programs of diversity, and they are the ones who talk and drive a lot of critical programs that we co-create with leadership. One such example that I want to give, and that can probably change the picture of how you perceive leadership can contribute. A technology head at Mastercard has recently initiated an initiative with taking some key technical experts in the organization. And he said, you know what, in my code also, when we are making changes, we really should look at the language that we use, and it should be inclusive. Example, like we say that it's a master sheet, and we say this code is blacklisted. So the word blacklisted is also something that he said that it's not going well with our culture. We need to look at alternative ways of maybe a stop list, maybe a missing list, or anything else than some words which are against any particular race, words which actually the prefix of the word that can mean differently to people, are something that we should avoid using. When technology leaders start talking about in this language, it becomes inevitable for the masses to think that how important it is for us to be inclusive in our daily human transactions that we are doing at organizations. My third quadrant talks about society. Mastercard believes that doing well by doing good is one way of survival, whether we want to do a flourish inside the organization or outside with our customers. So we do a lot of stuff to ensure that we are contributing well to the diverse sector of the society. We go ahead and support our women women citizens of India by sponsoring some of the small scale businesses that they want to do. We go ahead and in our CSR initiatives, we go and train them on the computers, languages that they want to learn, they want to upscale. We understand that the change begins at the age of youth that we have. So for teenage girls, we have a patent program called Girls for Tech that will be there in my next slide as well, where we talk about that how we can guide them on taking a STEM as their first choice in future, by understanding what is there in STEM and encouraging them by introducing through some nice concepts of STEM. The last quadrant is market. We do a lot of good things to ensure that the culture of diversity and inclusion is also felt by our customers as well. So we have, just to give you an example, we had an initiative where we asked our employees that, this is a problem statement that we want to ensure that women are more empowered with the products that we launch. What can we do differently to cater the diverse sector of the society by bringing changes in the features and how we look as Mastercard as a brand, and how our cards look, how our brand looks, how our technology appears, user interface, right from everything from the backend technology to the forefront technology. How can we lead the market by catering to the diverse portfolio that's lying in the market? So that's the motto that we have done. And I'm sure you would have, a lot of you would have heard MasterCard advertisements, which is about we are looking to penetrate at all sections of the society and all diverse backgrounds of the society so that we can empower everyone. And how do we do that? We have a cultural and a behavioral aspect, which is the MasterCard way. It's a core behavioral approach that each employee at MasterCard is very, very thorough with it, as they are thorough with their vision and mission, where it talks about the four pillars that we all must always remember. In fact, in objectives also that we set, one is your objectives, which is what are you going to achieve? And second is how are you going to achieve? So the how part is actually the MasterCard way. Every objective that an employee achieves, they have to reflect how did they display MasterCard way behaviors, which is own it, simplify, thoughtful risk taking, and keeping the customer at the forefront. And we all need to ensure that everything that we do, every interaction that we make, has to have a decency quotient at the heart of it. So when these all things combine together, the kind of impact that we have seen is, and that's how we are propagating, is that each employee of MasterCard becomes an ambassador of inclusion. If you just have the top leadership or the HR fraternity, beating the drums of bringing inclusiveness, it will never work. If your employees can actually live the culture of inclusion, and when they become an ambassador, is when you see the results. Also, this is a forum where we are talking a lot about what do we do for female colleagues, but at MasterCard, of course, the gender diversity is very, very important to us, and their belongingness in the organization is very important. However, we are actually going beyond gender, and we are saying that our organization, where diversity means bringing bringing different mindsets and thought process to work, is important to us. And hence we are also focusing on LGBTQ, defense personnel, PWD, and even the generational diversity that we can get through campus hiring. So we are trying to become an organization where we celebrate the diversity which is beyond gender. Also, we are saying that we are against any kind of social injustice. We want to display an environment where equity is most important for us, and every human conversation or transaction that you do at MasterCard needs to display solidarity. In fact, we have run a campaign of solidarity in the past few years to reiterate the message in everything that has been done, and the best practices of everybody displaying solidarity has been shared across the organization. Last, which is the most important impact that we have seen, is we have become an employer of choice by becoming a place where everybody gets equal opportunity as the prime focus of MasterCard work culture. Next slide, please. So what kind of a programs, finally do we have? This list is probably, will sound a lot overlapping to you. But I just want to share with you that while we have one more click, Nikita, please. So we have a philosophy of to build diversity, create inclusion, and the last is develop belongingness. While if you would have asked me, I would have kept create inclusion as the first box, and then diversity, and then belongingness, or diversity maybe the last box. But because talent acquisition, and if you don't get diverse talent, how are you going to create inclusion and belongingness? That's how we kept it on top. But going in future, I see a trend that inclusion and belongingness are going to be the top two frames, and this comes in the background. Building diversity comes in the background. So we have a very, very unique way of ensuring that talent acquisition is bringing in the diverse workforce. We cater into a lot of stuff so that we are not just focusing it in one direction. We have a multi-dimensional view. We go into the campuses to ensure that a diverse workforce is coming from different backgrounds, different states, different culture, um, different cities, different gender. And we are also even focusing on our northeastern side of parts of the country where we feel that they are somewhere in minority and they need a seat in the IT organizations as well. So we have made a special focus in going in that direction as well. We have focused women drives that we do. There is a recent event that we do was, and every year we do that, is Women Codeathon. That is to promote women more into the technology side. We also do the distinguished engineers program, where we try to talk about and get industry experts on what can make women as distinguished engineers, and how they can pursue, if they are really good technically, in the same career path rather than deflecting into non-technical roles. Moving on from talent acquisition to other ways that we acquire a diversity, that's career returnship. Relaunch Your Career, India Women Returnship Program, and Mastercard India Alumni Network. These are some key programs. Relaunch Your Career is our patent program, where we call all the women who have taken a break more than 2 years and up to 10 years or 11 years. If you want to come back at work, we are there to help you with a structured approach of 6 months, where we help you come up the curve and bridge the gap that has been built. We also realized from the Indian market per se that 2 years sounds to be a little longer. And especially in the pandemic, we realized that there have been women who had to get on break, but now they really want to come back. And that's what differentiates India Women Returnship Program, that we are bringing a program which doesn't need uh, you know, 6 months of initiative or intervention. So we got women on break who were just as less as 3 months on break, and now they want to come back. Another way of attracting diversity, and this we have done with women more, is about converting the contingent workforce into the permanent one. Nothing best than tried and tested talent and getting them back into the workforce can be. And hence we got the contingent workforce conversion plan, where a lot of diverse candidates were converted as the permanent workforce. It was a great way of retaining the talent that has understood Mastercard culture, lived Mastercard culture, and now they get to be a permanent employee of the same. How do we build inclusion? We have different business resource groups where not just diversity is the focus. In fact, diversity is just, as I say, a means to acquire diverse talent. We have got technology at the forefront. We see that how can you grow at Mastercard equally, and that's the equity that I have been talking about. We have adaptability and pride groups. We have got gender sensitization initiatives that we do. Girls for Tech is the program where we encourage our teenage girls to come from schools, and the STEM program. The curriculum is all created by Mastercard and run by Mastercard, and so far it has been the most successful program running across India and beyond, across Mastercard. Launch Code, again, the coding initiative that we do. How do we build a sense of belongingness? We have primarily the flexible working programs that we have. Pre and postnatal parental program. Care 9 program is a recent launch, where we are saying that as a female gets into the maternity phase, right from the time when she conceives till the time she delivers, and even post delivery, what kind of a support that she might need from physical, mental, and professional help, everything has been incorporated into it, including sensitizing their managers and team members on what kind of a support is expected out of them if they really want to support women employees over there.
Got it. Thank you so much, Swanshu.